Hello class, my name is George Ortiz, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my educational research on school-age children. And basically, what my research is about what my paper is about is anxiety disorders and attention deficit hyperactivity disorders in school-age children, and the way that those two disorders affect children's learning abilities in the classroom as it pertains to school. And first off, what we first learn about anxiety disorders is that they can prevent your child from learning in the classroom in different ways. And some of the examples that the ADAA puts out is, children have problems with participating in activities, and research also shows that if these disorders go untreated, that children will perform poorly in school. Now, when it comes to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, what we learn about ADHD, as it's known, is that although it's not a learning disorder, ADHD is more of looked at as a social disorder. It still causes problems in the learning environment of children that might be affected with ADHD. And also, if these problems go untreated, then children will have a hard time in their learning environment, and what they end up creating is a learning environment that's poor for all involved. And so some of the effects of anxiety disorders are mainly sleep disorders. And some of the research that I was doing showed that whenever we find anxiety disorders, they lead to sleep problems, and they could coexist with other learning disabilities. One of the studies showed that out of the 52 children that were studied, 85% of parents and 52% of the children through structured interviews reported trouble in sleeping, which one might think isn't a big deal until we realize that that just 1 hour less of sleep can really affect the way that children learn. It might not seem like a lot, but it is. And due to anxiety, a lot of these children deal with sleeping disorders. There was a study that was done that it was done in 6 days. 91 children ages 6 to 11 discovered that when done, they discovered that those children which slept an hour less could be at risk for conduct problems in the classroom. And so, moving on to ADHD, we see that caregivers and students that have dealt with ADHD, 45% of them have described or reported that because of ADHD, they've had negative impacts on their life at school, and 34% of those same participants, patients, and caregivers express negative quality of life when asked about their social lives. So it impacts it impacts the people suffering from ADHD in many different aspects. And so we also read that ADHD is very prevalent around the world, that 5 to 7% in children and adolescents around the world, ages 3 to 7, are diagnosed with ADHD. I guess the biggest thing that we learn about ADHD and anxiety disorders, well, the biggest thing that I learned about it, and my biggest hope for, is that there will be improved assessments on being able to catch these disorders in students. That way they can get treatment, or there could be adjustments to the learning environments for these students. So the sooner that we catch these disorders, the better off these children are in learning and being able to learn and being able to reach their full potential. And when we look at children and learning environments from a biblical perspective, we see that children are a reward. And basically, I'm very passionate about this. I mean, for me, my end goal when it comes to my education is to be able to become a school psychologist here in the state of Texas. So this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I hope that you guys are able to learn something new about these learning disabilities. And I wanted to thank everybody up front, and have a great night. Thank you.